Hey man, dog shot the officer. Nah, that's crazy. Hold on, because you could actually see the bullet casing. You can literally see the bullet casing ricochet. What up, family? It's your host with the most, Finding Nemo, aka you know I need more ammo. Mr. Take a Shot from Big Shot Ammunition is in the building. And this one is about to be a crazy one out of Chicago. Now, as you can see, this little area right here, that's my hometown. I'm from Muskegon, Michigan. Yes, and I am a CPL instructor out of Michigan, and I've been doing this for over 10 years, well, almost 10 years. I'm also a pew dealer as well. But we wanted to get into this situation because I heard some interesting things about this specific situation. I wanted to definitely dive into it a little bit. I actually initially did a video on it, and I was thinking that the person who they were chasing did something that we may find out to be different. So let's go ahead and get into it.
The new body camera video showing what happened before and after Krystal Rivera, a CPD officer, was shot.
Yeah, even with the video, there are still a lot of questions surrounding her partner and his actions after she was shot.
Wow. Yeah. Come here. Hey! What's your hands? Let me see your hands, bro!
June 5th, 2025, two Chicago police officers chase a suspect into a Chatham apartment building. What happens next unfolds in seconds, but the fallout lasts for months. Body camera video from Officer Carlos Baker shows him sprinting up a stairwell. His partner, Officer Krystal Rivera, right behind him. In seconds, everything changed.
Let me see your hands!
If you look closely,
Oh!
open an apartment door and comes face to face with an armed man. Surveillance video from inside the unit.
Okay, so initially, hold on.
It shows it even more clearly. Within seconds, Officer Rivera, a mother of a young daughter, is shot in the hall.
Hey man, dog shot the officer. Nah, that's crazy. Hold on, because you could actually see the bullet casing. You can literally see the bullet casing ricochet, because look, I'll tell you this much. Bullets always eject out of the right side. That's where the ejecting side is. And man. And then here's the crazy thing. Dude didn't have
If you look closely, Baker kicks open an apartment door and comes face to face.
So he pulls the gun. You see this gun right here. Right now, with that, you don't see a muzzle flash or anything.
With an armed man, surveillance.
And he would have shot him if he would have.
Video from inside the unit shows it even more clearly. Within seconds, Officer Rivera, a mother of a young daughter, is.
Hold on, man.
Of a young daughter is.
I'm trying to get
shot in the hall.
I'm trying to get the. It's like a bullet casing that you can see get ejected.
Officer Rivera, a mother of a young daughter.
Bam, right there. That's where the ejector. That's where the bullet casing ejected. That means this gun was facing this way when it ejected, because if it would have been this way, it would have ejected and hit this wall. But because it ejected this way, it came back this way and more so probably ricocheted off of his body as he's turning. Nah, bro, dog really. Hold on. So they said that they used to deal with each
shot
other
in the hallway and dies. Neighbors immediately call 911.
Somebody shooting in this hallway. I heard one.
One shot in the hallway. How many shots did you hear?
One. Somebody is in the hallway yelling something about the police.
After the shot, Baker retreats up the stairs. Nearly 25 seconds later, he calls out.
Krystal, you good?
There's no response, and moments later, Officer Baker is back on his radio.
You need an ambulance! Ambulance, now! I can't get my partner!
It takes almost 2 minutes before Baker returns to Rivera.
What do you
He
mean he
finds her
can't get his
bleeding on the
partner?
floor, then drags her down the stairs, telling her
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, this is...
this.
Stay with me.
Use of force analyst Mike Brown says this is when the officer didn't use his training, and that could be because the situation was stressful.
His LEMAR training didn't even kick in, which is what they're taught to do when persons are shot, providing CPR, whatever the case may be. His main thing is to make sure he's not about to get shot again, what he's thinking, and I can see that happening.
The shooting was already under scrutiny even before this video was released by the Civilian Office of Police Accountability.
From looking at his reaction, hearing his audio, his reaction to it, I don't think he even realized at the time that he had pulled his trigger. I don't. They're chasing a man with a gun, and then they get confronted with a guy with a rifle.
Rivera's family filed a lawsuit alleging Baker and Rivera had an off and on again relationship for nearly 2 years, and that Rivera had recently ended it. It also claims that just one day before the shooting, Baker showed up at Rivera's home uninvited. Now the family argues the situation raises serious questions about why the two were still working together.
Yeah, he did that.
Could have been prevented.
You being a former police chief
allegedly
doing this for so long, what is your response?
When I see it, it's difficult to watch. That's first and foremost. And it's horrible. And what I see is two cops trying to do their job, and it just went horribly wrong in the blink of an eye.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a crazy coincidence where y'all used to be lovers. Y'all stopped being lovers. Well, she stops it. You wanted to continue. You just showed up at her crib the day before. You showed up at their crib the day before, and she denies you entry. Then she requests also to have a new partner. Y'all are chasing someone up the stairs. I didn't see a gun from that individual. I'm not saying that he didn't have a gun, but they said that they were chasing the guy with the gun. Now, the other dude that ended up coming out of the room, he did have a gun. So when he ends up presenting a gun, you turn 180 degrees and you fire the weapon and you hit the person that no longer wants to be with you, that you just showed up at their house less than 24 hours ago and they denied you entry. And a person that also requested to have a new partner. That way y'all are no longer working together because y'all used to have an off and on again relationship. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It looked like you did it. It looked like you did it, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. It looked like you definitely did it. It looked like you did it. Because even with looking at the video, because initially when I looked at the video the first time, first time looking at it, I thought the dude who came from outside the room, I thought he is the one that actually shot the officer. Come to find out, it was you. And then looking back at the video even more thoroughly, as you slow it down, you see the bullet casing come out. And as I stated before, it always ejects out of the right side. So with it ejecting out of the right side, it's only going to come this way towards the stairwell if it's pointed in that direction. If it's pointed in the direction of the individual that you were initially chasing, it would hit against the wall. It will ricochet against the wall and you would actually hear it ricochet against the wall and drop against the floor. Instead, we see it ricochet this way, and then as your body is turning, it kind of, flips back in a way. But that's wild. And you shot her. Then you waited 25 seconds to check on her. Then you wait 2 minutes to go down there. I ain't gonna lie, brother. That look and sound like it was extremely intentional. Now I don't think that it was, I think you were waiting on the moment. That's what it would seem like. If there is a case to be made off of that, you were waiting on the moment that it would look most plausible. That opportunity presented itself with that person, you shot, and then waited. Because, and I know Mike Brown is a great trainer out of Chicago. I don't know if it's the lead march trainer or anything like that he didn't have, because I think you're not waiting that long, man. You're not waiting that long for your partner to check to see if they still alive or not, or to, you know, get them in a cover or whatever the case may be. Because he went all the way upstairs. More than anything, he left himself overly exposed, because he still was in the shooting direction. All dude had to do was just look out the what's name, bam. If he see him upstairs and he see that ankle, bam. That's all he had to do. It wasn't much of a cover. If anything, he would have had more of a cover staying where he was and then not going up the stairs, because he at least would have had, you would have had 2 wall panels to at least take on any incoming bullets, or you would have had to at least, you know, kind of get completely out of the way. But 9 times out of 10, what an officer is trained to do is to try to get their partner out of danger's way, because they've already been shot. So you want to try to mitigate any more of that, a deadly encounter continuing as much as possible. So they usually is going, like, as soon as they can make sure that it's clear for that quick second, they're trying to get their partner out of Dodge and get them in the safe proximity, so that way they can go ahead and deal with the threat as it comes. But I ain't gonna lie, man, I see that there seems to be there may be a lawsuit here. Let's see.
The Rivera family's lawsuit alleges Baker faced 11 complaints in under 3 years, including an allegation that he showed a gun to a woman during a 2022 incident. He has also been linked to other reported incidents, including a high-speed chase that ended in a 7-car crash where police say he failed to notify anyone until afterwards, and a separate case in which he was stripped of his police powers for allegedly trying to use his position to obtain video of an off-duty altercation. And of course, we did reach out to attorneys for the Rivera family, and so far we have not heard back.
Not gonna lie to you, it seemed like dog was on a power trip. Seems like dog was on a power trip. That's sad, man. This lady lost her life because dude was on a power trip. And more than anything, was it needed or was it necessary? No, didn't seem like it, bro. But dude seems like he has a power trip control issue. And I'm be honest with you, if I'm being real, as a CPL instructor, the largest, I want to say one of the largest professions of domestic violence is the police department, the police force, police officers, because they're so used to having to ascertain control of a situation or a scene, that when you are not able to establish that same level of control and or dominance in your home, you already have a certain training and a certain reaction. Sometimes people take it overboard, man, and other times I ain't gonna say that that's the majority, because I mean, hey, we don't know. But I will say, as far as domestic violence in relationships and when it comes to professions, military and public safety, when it comes to police officers, those have some of the highest ones. And it's unfortunate, but that is the reality. And, not sure of how this situation may play out. Praying for their family, praying for, her family overall. But dang, man, that's sad. That's sad. But hey, I appreciate y'all for taking out the time out to, chime in for another wonderful, legendary video. Like I said before, if you want to grab some of these type of hoodies, you can go on D1sportswearapparel.com, my brother's brand, and also And man, stay out of these type of situations. Conflict avoidance, your most prudent course of action. And also, if your girl or if your dude want to deal with somebody else, hey man, just let them go. It's over 7 billion people in this world. You can find another one. You know what I'm saying? This not worth taking somebody's life over. All right. Much peace and love.